Good evening. I'm Sean McKean, and this is the Duke Weekly Roundup. In news this week, opinions editor Eliyahu Gasson covered the university's 6th annual installment of the Civil Discourse series. Gasson writes, "The discussion, titled The Holocaust, Pittsburgh Synagogue Shooting and Educating Future Generations, is focused on ways which people can and should discuss the topics of anti-Semitism and the Holocaust." The panelists responded to the questions connecting the Holocaust and anti-Semitism to the current conflict in Israel and Palestine and the way the issues are used to justify violence in the region. Now on the Jack with sports.
In sports, staff writers Rebecca Joswiak and me covered women's and men's basketball performances in the A-10 conference this past week, with the women falling to the Richmond Spiders in the semifinals 80-66 on March 9th. Richmond would go on to win the A-10, beating Rhode Island the next day, 65-51, to win the A-10 Women's Basketball Championship. The men's basketball team first defeated St. Louis 83-73 on Wednesday night before taking on the Dayton Flyers in the quarterfinals, defeating the 24th-ranked team in the country with Jimmy Clark putting up 16 points and Dede Grant scoring 11 points to lead the Dukes past Duran Holmes and the Flyers. Duquesne will play tomorrow in the semifinals against St. Bonaventure, with the game kicking off at 3:30 p.m. Now back to you, Sean.
Thank you, Jack. And finally, in opinions, staff writer Maxwell Marcello advocates for the legislative move to ban TikTok in the U.S. Although it's challenging to predict the long-term political strategies China might employ with TikTok, the early warning signs are evident, Marcello urges. The TikTok remains a serious national security and public health threat that should not be ignored by citizens and governments alike. For more information on these stories, check out the Duquesne Duke at www.duqsm.com. Thank you all for tuning in to this week's Duke Weekly Roundup. I'm Sean McKean, and until next time.